Hey, welcome back to SprueTube. So here I'm continuing with my Sd.Kfz 223 build. Today I'm going to be weathering it. First off, I'm putting the decals on because I completely forgot to in the painting episode. So here I'm just soaking them in water for a little while until they start sliding off the sheet, and then I position them and put some decal solution over them. I would have preferred to do this before attaching all the stowage because the stowage is in the way of some of the decals. So I didn't use all of the ones that technically should be there, just the ones that I could get to. Then I started actually weathering. I used a little piece of sponge that I held with my tweezers and I dipped it in light gray paint and then removed most of it so it would leave like little random specks all over the spot that I was painting. There are a lot of people that are better at this than I am, but I'm just doing my best. So the technique here is to mostly focus on like exposed edges because that's where the most damage to the paint would occur. So you see this car has a lot of angles, so I focused a lot on the protruding parts. And here I put way too much on that flat spot, so I tried rubbing it off with a damp Q-tip. That took a little bit of the paint underneath off, but it definitely got the light gray off too. Like I said, I'm not the best at this technique. I feel like with some more practice, this would look a lot better. I'm not super excited with how it turned out. But hey, it's still one of my first few tries at this. I tried making really heavy weathered chips on the corners down near the bottom because I felt like they'd get hit with a lot of debris when the vehicle's in motion. So around the mud flaps and the fenders and the stowage boxes that are down near the bottom, I tried to have a bit more heavy weathering. And then once I was done with that, I slathered some brown paint on and then wiped most of it off with a Q-tip to make it seem like it was kind of muddy, kind of clean, and since the Q-tip is kind of a little ball, it won't get into the corners where mud would most naturally settle. And I feel like this kind of broke up the kind of flat gray of the whole model and also kind of tied all the parts together. Like usual, my hand has to be in the way. For me, weathering is pretty simple in theory. It's just kind of putting chips all over and putting mud all over. But in a second you'll see I put some thicker mud on the mud flaps to make it seem like they're doing their job. Flapping mud. But yeah, it's supposed to just look more like wet mud that's a bit fresher. So here's the wetter mud. I put it on the tires too because I felt like going through deep mud they would get splashed a lot. Or not splashed, but covered in mud. And also a bunch of the other lower surfaces, like the stowage boxes that stick out. I felt like they'd get pretty dirty. I didn't really enjoy this weathering process because I felt like it could have been a lot better than it actually turned out. So I finished it off screen and I added on some bushes sort of to camouflage it, and here's how it turned out. Let me know if you think it's good or not. I don't think it's great, but please like and subscribe and comment and check out my Patreon. You can support me doing what I enjoy doing, even if it is weathering. I still kind of enjoy it. I would like to enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.